Hi guys, I'm Shmi and we're at the 2016 Geneva Motorshow where we are on the Koenigsegg stand, and we're going to be joined now by Christian von Koenigsegg. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Brilliant, brilliant. Well, this looks fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
Seeing the Regera here, the final production car. This is the first
this is production car number 0. So it was built in our prototype shop according to production spec. And this is our demo car. So after the show, it will be activated and used for driving customers and journalists and the like, and just for us to be driving around with the customer specification.
Well, I presume it's a constant evolutionary process. You're always learning, developing software,
of course,
getting feedback from more and more miles you can
absolutely.
I mean, the car we're looking at here, the colour is spectacular.
Well, thank you.
This is a colour I think we've seen before.
We've done it 3 times before. We did it first on a CCX in 2007.
I'm right, that's the car that had a little bit of bare carbon as well showing.
Yes. The top part, the roadster humps and so on were carbon, and the roof and so on. And then we did it on an Agera R.
Yep.
And now it's on a Regera, and it's just one of those colors. First time we did it, we just said, wow, it's our own recipe. It's of course what you would call a candy apple red, but it's our own recipe. It's a different base. It gives a very big contrast between shaded and lighted up areas.
Totally.
And you can almost drown in it.
Yeah, well, it looks fantastic here under the lights, and also with sort of the carbon fiber. Well, that was a nice feature to see demonstrated right there. The automated controls for the doors.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, the whole, as you've seen in your previous videos of the blue car, the whole body is robotized, and on this one now also the wing mirrors move in when it open up. We have now proximity sensors on the rear view mirrors. We have, if you look underneath here, you have cameras on each side, so you can have this helicopter view in the infotainment when you're parking.
Surround sound.
Well, of course, as discussed before as well, we have CarPlay and connectivity, and
just take a quick look.
Electrical 6-way seats with memory function. And here we can also see the new center console, where you have the Koenigsegg logo shape. So you have for opening the front and rear bonnets, top and bottom. Side windows and side doors opening and closing. So you don't need to touch the body or anything to make it work.
Every creature comfort you need, cup holders included.
And here we have the smart airbag system, so you can see the steering wheel is a little bit different. There's a little shiny aluminium piece around the airbag, and it's a little bit different shape. But apart from that, the interior stayed very, very true to the original. The seats have a slightly different shape. We made them a little bit more roomy to fit as big persons as we can, but they're otherwise the same. So we didn't change much actually overall. In parts count, we have modified or changed 3,000 parts between the car you were in and this one.
3,000 parts?
Yeah, but it's more like, this thing and productionalizing the systems back here. If you look, it's really clean and nice and easy to assemble. The functions and systems are the same. The concept worked so well, we didn't have to revitalize any of the functionalities. The battery pack, for example, is smaller and lighter because we can have more extreme battery technology than a year ago. We now have F1 grade cells. We're the only road car in the world with F1 grade cells. So we can, from a 4.5 kilowatt hour battery pack, draw 520 kilowatts, and it only weighs 90 kilos. And on the road, on a road car today, to be able to draw 500 kilowatts momentarily, you need a 600 kilo battery pack. Normally, we have 90 kilos.
90.
So
that
it's just extreme.
Like 15% or so. That's a rather impressive number. And I noticed this car, just by way of visualization, you have the different coloured wheels on each wheels on each side.
So I mean, the carbon wheels are a little bit a divider. Some people think they're really cool and state of the art and so on, and some people think with an elegant car they're maybe a little bit dark. So what we did, we made these standard on the Regera.
This is a new wheel design.
Yeah, this is more if you want the elegant look to go, with a more elegant car color like this perhaps. And the other one is a little bit rawer, sportier. option nowadays on this car.
Yes.
On the Agera, they're all standard on the carbon, but here it's optional.
Okay, so this car's your car.
Yes.
When are you expecting the first car to head?
So the first customer car is on station 1 out of our 8 stations.
Right. Okay.
So it's
on the
moving
way.
through the phases. It will come off of station 8 sometime end of summer. As it is the first car, it will be really checked in every detail. So sometime end of third quarter, it will be delivered to customer. That's the plan.
Okay. It's pretty fantastic seeing the wing popping up there as well.
Yeah.
It's amazing design. Well,
So that's we're making 80 cars over 5 years, and we're just reaching, hopefully during this show, 40 cars, but up to 36, 37 down payments. So I'm hoping to break the 50% sales volume within the first year of showing the prototype. So
that's pretty fantastic.
So we really have to build them as quickly as possible to get them out to our customers as soon as possible.
So there is no denying that this is a truly spectacular car, but it's also not the only car you have at this show.
Right.
Is it possible to head on through and take a look
Let's
at
keep on walking.
what we have next? So after we come round past the Regera, come towards this car. So talk me through, what are we looking at?
So this is something quite special and spectacular. About a year ago, we had a customer from the Middle East who said, I want a one-to-one. I said, there aren't any one-to-ones, but I want some.
The 6 were sold.
There 6 were sold, and even the prototype went, and there just weren't any. I said, okay, so can you build me something special, something that has this kind of the aura of the one-to-one? And we said, yeah, we can't really use the components, they are bespoke for the one-to-one, but we can create a unique car for you with unique features and a unique kit. So all the parts of this car are one-offish to make it more of a one-to-one than otherwise. So it's called a one-off one, and it became the initiator of the final series of the Agera. So we just said, okay, let's do 2 more completely special cars, as the RS was sold out in 10 months from showing it last year.
Okay.
During this show, we've had 10 more people saying, I want one, I want one, I want one. So it's like, okay.
The problems you have to deal with.
But we said this was already stretching it, so we're saying that's it. Now it's gone.
The final Agera models we're going to see are 3 of these, so 3 one-of-ones.
Well, they will be different.
They will each be one-of-one. They will each be unique
and
in
they
their
will
own
not
way.
all be called one-of-one. This is the one-of-one. The other 2 will
understand.
we will discuss names with the owners.
Okay.
And we're specifying them now. They will have unique body kits, unique interiors, unique features.
So what are the highlight features of this car?
So this wing, the basis for this wing is the RS wing. You can recognize this shape. And if we start from the side, you have the one-of-one badge here. And then we've added a one-to-one-esque second element to increase downforce further. And as these rakes are different compared to the one-to-one, they're lower and a little bit more elegant. They don't go out and hold this wing element here, like on the one-to-one. So we made these 3 rakes to hold this element here, and also to increase high-speed stability somewhat.
So this is a unique wing design for this car?
Yes. The basis wing is the under-mounted Agera RS wing.
Yes.
But it's top-mounted, and it has this special second element and these special. So overall, it's very unique. Then if you look on the one-to-one, you have an aerodynamic element here, a plate with fins that we don't have here. So we have made a smaller scoop. And one of the other things this customer wanted, he wanted to be able to store the roof in the front. But he wanted the performance of a one-to-one. And the front is a very important part of the one-to-one for downforce, because we have these 2 huge channels in the luggage bay, creating about 150 kilos downforce in themselves. And if you want to store the roof there, first of all, you cannot have the snorkel on the top.
Yep.
And you have to have the luggage space available. So we have to make other systems to create downforce than in the luggage bay. So the roof scoop is different. That's unique, completely unique to this car, with this little beak going forward. And here, this mesh is also completely unique to the car, where you have the Koenigsegg logo in the mesh.
That's fantastic.
And we kept the glass area here, which we don't have on the one-to-one, where we have the carbon piece here.
Okay.
And then we have the Koenigsegg mesh here again.
Yeah.
These are unique to this car to increase cooling a little bit. So we have an air outlet here as well with the Koenigsegg mesh. and a unique end piece with a double wall, which makes the sound a little bit less bassy and a little bit higher note than otherwise.
Okay.
These adjustable Venturi elements are also unique to this car. You can see you can adjust them from the side. If you zoom in there, you have the Koenigsegg shield as an adjuster. So that's completely unique from the car as well. Moving forward, the interior aluminium treatment is the first time we have a polished treatment to the aluminium, so it's a little bit shinier.
Yeah.
And it's the first car. This we will do on other cars as well because it's a really good idea. But it's the first one where you can fold this down into the seat, so it's not in the way.
That's very clever.
It
that is often a problem.
You can snap it down, and the side pieces are detachable, and it's detachable here, so you don't have the 6-point in the way when you're using your normal 3-point.
Okay. Brilliant.
If we move forward, we have 3 wing elements instead of only 2 on the 1-to-1, and that's to compensate for the fact that these give less effect. Now they are connected like on the RS to the wheel arch. That gives about 20 kilos downforce instead of 150 kilos downforce when it's connected to the bottom plate.
Okay.
But then you can get the roof in. So to get some of that back, we have 3 elements here to give more downforce. That gives more drag than that, and it doesn't give 150. It gives maybe 50 kilos more downforce. But we're trying to like bring it back in a bigger splitter than the RS, and then you have the 3 elements you have on the wing at the back, which is unique to this car as well.
Yes, the way they carry all the way through the car towards the rear.
So overall, a lot of unique features.
Absolutely. Well, that is a fantastic car. I think we should have a quick look at the RS here because the RS is a lovely story. 25 of them, all gone.
Exactly.
As you said, in 10 months.
It's proven to be, I mean, when we presented the Agera RS, it was, that was last year, 2015. The Agera had been around for 5 years, and we felt if we're doing another 25 of them in a very extreme version, that's probably quite a lot for a car that's already 5 years old in our terms. That turned out to be wrong because they sold much quicker than we thought. And now we have people screaming after them. But we are saying to ourselves, we could of course say, oh, a little bit more and more special version of it, but that's not. Then we're not sticking to what we said, and we have to focus anyway on building the Regera, which is in high demand as well, and we have to choose a little bit because we can't just produce everything simultaneously either. So it is what it is. They're all gone, and we're only making the 3 final ones, and that's it for the Agera. For better or for worse.
So you cannot now have an Agera. If you have not got one, they are gone.
That's it.
Well,
so
this
that's
is
a tough thing. It's like horrible to say no to so many customers, but that's how it is anyway.
This is a very, very bold and wonderful looking car.
So when I saw the renderings of this car, I wasn't like 100% sure that it was like my taste or my type of car. It was interesting, it was bold. But seeing it now coming together, I really, really like it. It's very crisp and stunning, and the yellow that the customer created together with us is very vibrant. It's and it's the first yellow Agera we ever made, and going with the red accents is also very unusual. But it comes together well, I think, and it's not too much of the red.
No, it sort of enhances the kind of sporty side.
Yeah, it's interesting. I actually have grown to like it a lot. Again, the seats are very nice with the yellow piping. Yeah, the interior is a bit downtoned with the black anodized aluminium. Still some yellow elements to pick it up, and I think it's a good mix. Here we have the optional roof scoop for the RSs, and as you can see, it's slightly different to the 1-of-1, as that's unique. The 1-of-1 has kind of a little beak going forward to symbolize easily that it's a different car than an RS.
Okay.
But they're otherwise fairly similar, the scoops. And yeah, it's a very exciting car. The owner asked for me to sign it, so...
Yes, I noticed that earlier. I rather like the signature just on the dashboard. Well, this car is spectacular. The 1-of-1 is spectacular, and the Regera is spectacular. So well done on all of your successes, and thank you so much for your time talking to me.
Well, my pleasure.
I hope everyone's enjoyed that look back at the cars, and of course, thank you again for letting me come and join you at the factory in Ängelholm last month. But make sure you are subscribed. Hopefully there will be plenty more stuff to come. That's it for now, though. I will catch up with you again very soon. Cheers. Okay, so here we go. P1 time. Got the lift system up already. That's going to make it easy to get. If Porsche offered me a GT3 RS, I would not take a second to think about buying one. Let's jump in.